Now, please welcome to stage Trevor Rebello, Mass Mart Commercial and Category Management Executive for Marketplace.
Thank you very much, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A major part of partnering for growth is ensuring that Makro Marketplace provides an affordable and a convenient route to market for you, our sellers. But at the same time, it's about providing our customers with delivery excellence. Unfortunately, you can't have the one without the other, right? In my opinion, making a sale on makro.co.za, it's easy. That's why we're all here today, right? Getting that order, on the other hand, to the customer quickly, on time, and in full, well, that's a completely different story. So with that in mind, I'm delighted to introduce you today to Fulfilled by Makro, commonly known as FBM. So what is Fulfilled by Makro? I'm pretty sure it's not a new concept to anyone in this room. You're probably doing it with some of the other people you may do business with, who we will not mention. But really, Fulfilled by Makro is where you send your stock to our fulfillment center in Johannesburg. There we will safely and securely store your stock, and upon customer order, we will pick, pack, and dispatch that order to the customer in record time. We even manage any possible returns that might pop up on your products. Now, it doesn't matter where you are in the country, where you are based, or where the end future final customer is based, we want your stock. So we want you to send your stock to our fulfillment center so that we can pick, pack, and dispatch those orders to our customers. Right, so why would Makro Marketplace choose to launch FBM or Fulfilled by Makro? We've been making use of what we call the Fulfilled by Seller or FBS model for many years now. It has proven to be effective. I think the number you saw there earlier was 88%, 90% effective. We've had positive feedback over the years from sellers that you like the Fulfilled by Seller model, which is great. So why would we spend the time and the effort to launch Fulfilled by Makro? Well, really, we understand that as sellers, you often have to be selective in terms of the capabilities you choose to invest in. We also know that many sellers face common challenges, namely storage space, costs, particularly labor costs, and at times general inefficiencies within your own business, perhaps due to a lack of systems or tech to actually drive processes such as fulfillment. We believe that with Fulfilled by Makro, we've designed a solution that addresses these common challenges and more. Secondly, we want to get orders to customers quicker, on time, and in full with less cancellations. All Fulfilled by Makro items at the moment carry a 2-day delivery promise for Gauteng customers. And that makes up pretty much 60% of our customer base, right? So if your item is in FBM and a customer's browsing the website and they're located in Gauteng, when they're looking at your product page or the checkout, they will see that that product is available for delivery in 2 days. The best you can get to with Fulfilled by Seller, your current model, if you're not in FBM yet, is 5 or 6 days. So we all know a customer is more likely to purchase a product with delivery in 2 days versus delivery in 5 or 6 days. That's common sense. We all understand that. And FBM allows you to have that 2-day delivery promise, which will increase conversion rates on your products, meaning more money for you and more money for Makro Marketplace. We also have a problem with what we call split deliveries. So a scenario, a customer comes online, they place one order, and this order happens to have an item from seller A, another item from seller B, and a third item from seller C, right? In reality now, the customer's placed one order, but they will receive 3 deliveries. So you can imagine as a customer, put yourself in the customer's shoe, how frustrating and incredibly confusing it is for a customer. And it creates a lot of noise for us within the customer service space. The great thing about FBM for us is if we can bring those sellers and those products into FBM, we can actually start to consolidate deliveries so that our customers receive one delivery and not three. So that's why we're doing it, right? But why should you be doing it? That's the major question. You're going, well, what's in it for me? Okay, we understand everyone is here today because you want to grow your business. And with growing your business comes the need to invest in more stock. More stock means more storage space. More orders means more people that you now need to employ to pick and pack your orders within SLA, right? We understand all of this. We understand that it is costly to invest in space, in people, in tech to actually power your own fulfillment processes, right? With Fulfilled by Makro, we manage all of that for you. You don't have the stress. You send the stock to our fulfillment center. We will pick, pack, and dispatch your stock on customer order. You don't have to worry about a thing. So really, for you, it's about us removing the burden of you having to invest in additional space, additional people, and systems to drive your own fulfillment processes. As mentioned, you will benefit from a shorter delivery promise. Customers in Gauteng, and later when we roll out to KZN and the Western Cape, we'll see a 2-day delivery promise. Gauteng customers, again, is a big portion of our customer base who now through FBM see delivery in 2 days. If they see delivery in 2 days, there is a better chance they will purchase your products, increasing conversion rate and increasing your sales. Now, if we talk fees, right? We've intentionally kept the fees for FBM low because we want you to use the service. We want you to adopt it, right? So what we like to call first mile is basically the fulfillment leg from your warehouse to our warehouse. We are paying for that at the moment and probably for the remainder of the year. So we will actually come and collect stock from you at your warehouse and deliver it to our fulfillment center in Johannesburg free of charge. You will not pay first mile for the remainder of the year. Secondly, the pick, pack, and dispatch of your actual item, you're not going to pay any extra for that. We introduced the fulfillment fee in February. I know many people were not happy about that. We introduced the fulfillment fee, but for FBM, the pick, pack, and dispatch is actually included in that fulfillment fee that you already pay. So you will pay no more for us to actually pick, pack, and dispatch your stock to the customer. We do need to talk storage fees, right? So storage fees will come into effect from the 1st of October, but they are completely avoidable. If you manage your stock diligently and you keep your item stock below 35-day sales cover, you will not pay storage fees. So what we say is typically send us what you would sell in a month, and through that, you will actually avoid paying storage fees. If you send us 4 months' worth of stock, you're probably going to pay storage fees. So diligently manage your stock. So as you can see up until that point, there really are no additional fees to get involved with FBM at the moment. If we talk brand consistency, we also pay for the packaging. So everything that gets dispatched from our warehouse to the customer goes in a Makro branded box, the same as a Makro product, with all the same Makro packaging materials, which really just gives the customer a great and consistent brand experience. Now, we don't only want you to participate in FBM, we want you to be successful, right? So these are some of the things that you need to consider when looking at participating within FBM. I've mentioned already, optimize your stock levels. Make sure that you are sending us, again, what you would typically sell within a month, because you will pay storage fees on items where stock on hand exceeds 35 days sales cover. So don't send too much, but also don't send too little, because then you're going to find yourself creating consignments every day or every second day, sending ones or twos, which is a waste of your time and also makes receiving difficult for us. So you really need to spend time to understand what is the sweet spot in terms of the amount of stock to be sent on each item. So optimize your stock levels. Everyone here knows we've got a buy box, right? The buy box works predominantly on a combination of speed as well as price. Now, the good thing is when you put your item into FBM, you can tick the box for speed because no one's going to be able to get it to the customer quicker than you. So you're already winning when it comes to speed. You then really need to consider your price. Review your price and attempt and try to win the buy box, because by winning the buy box, your product is visible to customers. And only when your product is visible can customers actually purchase your product. What we find is a lot of sellers will send us a whole lot of stock, and it sits in the warehouse for a couple of weeks, gathering dust, because in actual fact, customers are not even seeing the product. So it's very important that you win the buy box so that you can actually move your stock. Focus on your fast movers. Everyone here, you know your catalog better than anyone else. You know what are your reliable lines that move all the time. You've probably got a fairly good idea on how many units you shift every month. Focus on those fast movers at first. And if you've got any slow-moving lines, rather keep those within the current FBS model where you can fulfill when you get an order. FBM works really well when it comes to fast-moving lines that are in high demand with customers. And replenish effectively. Again, what happens is at times, you might not be watching your dashboard, you're not keeping an eye on how much is actually available to sell for each line item, and you sell out. And the problem is then, by the time you've created a consignment and you've got your stock back in the warehouse, a week might have gone by where you are losing sales, right? So keep an eye on your stock, monitor it every day, every second day, and where you pick up that you're running low on stock, ensure that you replenish quick enough so that you actually get your new stock there before you sell out. Right, so getting started with FBM, right? We actually have a deep dive session a little bit later this morning where myself and my colleague Cohen, we're going to take you through the detail. So basically, how does it work within our fulfillment center? What is expected of you as a seller? Operational FAQs, commercial FAQs. We're even going to open up to the floor where you can ask us some questions which we can hopefully answer for you. So hang around for that session, and we're really going to show you the detail behind FBM. Otherwise, chat to a key account manager or email sellers@makro.coza, where we will reply back with an FBM guide and a whole lot of training links so that we can get you up and running as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.